Hello, 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 everybody. Hopefully this music is low enough that it's not going to overpower my voice today. I still have a bit of a sore throat, so joy of joys. I'm here. Sort of. More or less. Okay, everything should be okay. Okay, I think everything is set up all right. I might be a bit quiet today because, as the title suggests, I'm still sick. Hello, repressed memories. I will hopefully be better soon. I'm getting over it. I can breathe today, so that's improvement. So I do feel a bit better. I had 2 days off, so I just spent it feeling sorry for myself in bed. Just a cold. Did I catch the flu? Just a cold that today. Well, today's. I can't speak properly, so if I start mumbling words, don't worry about it. I've spewed sentences that don't make sense today. This is the level of sickness I am. Yeah, but I've been drinking lots of fluids, so I've been staying hydrated. I've been eating as usual, so staying healthy more or less. But no, it's just a cold. It's just a cold. It's just typical because obviously I go away next week to West Wales. So of course I'm sick. Of course, my immune system says you're going away. How dare you? Here's a cold to suffer with it for a few days. Because my immune system loves me. Apparently, I catch everything. Like if a customer comes in with a cold, I'm gonna catch that cold. I'll probably get over it in a few days, usually, but I'm gonna catch it. I just catch everyone's illnesses. I think I've had chicken pox 3 times. That's how bad my immune system is. It's not so it's not so bad that it prohibits me from going out or anything, but I just catch everything so easily. I don't even know who I got this cold off of. I'm going to blame my friend or my brother. My brother has something. I told it. He told him he could keep it because I don't want to share that. It sounds like he's got a really nasty cough, and I don't want that. Having the sniffles and sneezing constantly is bad enough. Going off our Discord convo, I would recommend Totally Not Mark's art summaries of One Piece. It's worth your time. I really do want to watch it. I could probably poke my friend to borrow the manga and catch up that way. Or I think they might have the anime. I don't know how many anime they've got though. But I could borrow it. And I feel that I'm getting sick right as I'm getting ready to move. Oh, don't you hate it? It's like your body just goes, you're doing something, you're planning to do something. Well, no. Here's a cold to throw a wrench in your fine plans. I don't like being sick. It gives me bad trauma. I say as a joke. Every time I get sick, I'm usually like just stuck being on my own. So I end up having to deal with it anyway. So I've gotten to a point where I'm just like, if someone offers to help me when I'm sick, I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Mango's Peak, if you have the option, take that one. No pacing issues. Yeah, I probably will. Because my friend was introduced to One Piece by our other friend. So she started collecting the big box sets. So she's got quite a few now. So I might borrow some of hers. Although I'll be cat sitting at one point, so maybe I can sneak a peek at a few of her manga. All of my manga is in my spare room, so all of it. Yeah, all of it. I thought I had Spice and Wolf behind me, but no, I put that in the spare room as well now because I've finished it. Hello, Darth Vanquisher. Borrow, yeah, borrow. She's already given me all of her Attack on Titans, which I need to go through. That's also in the spare room, which I can't get into at the moment. But I've got so much manga I need to read. I've still got what is it? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood to read. I apologize. Potential tear stain in pages. Serious loves toying with emotions. I've heard. It does look like a really fun like manga to get into. It's just really daunting. Like I really want to watch Dragon Ball Z again, or just Dragon Ball from the start, whichever. And then I remember how many filler episodes there are, and I'm just like, do I really want to go through that again? Some of them were okay. Like I like some of the filler episodes, but some of them were just like powering up for like 10 episodes, and then you finally get a 5-minute fight, and then more powering up. Oh man, I really do need to watch more manga. Watch more manga. Watch more anime. I rewatched what was it? Cardcaptor Sakura a couple of weeks ago. Because I really wanted to reminisce on some old anime, and I couldn't be bothered to try and find all my DVD sets. I think they're in this room, but God knows where. They might be under the bed, because and you know, normal people would have like dirty magazines under their beds. Me, I just have like 2 big drawers of anime, and not even spicy anime, just normal anime. Hello, Marcus. I can't say because I'm sharing a hotel room on my last night of vacation. Oh, I hope you're enjoying your vacation. I'm about to go on mine tomorrow, even though I'm still sick, but you know, I'm still going to enjoy that holiday because, damn it, I deserve it. Well wishes to your health. Hope you're better. I'll be better. I am feeling better. I still have the horrible throat and a few sniffles, but I can breathe. I can breathe today. Oh, the Mass Effect. Yeah, I decided to let me see if I can. I decided to like play around with the files a little bit because Suika lets you do that. So I haven't really done much with the outfit, so it's nothing like amazing. But yeah, I did. I wanted something for when I'm playing like Mass Effect, and then I can like show off my Mass Effect. So I've got the Dragon Age bit with the markings, which will eventually move to my head. But you know, they're where they are at the moment. Don't judge me. You can judge me. It's fine. I will allow the judging. I was a little bit too on chat then. Or behind chat, I should say, not on chat. Behind chat. There will be lots of rambling today. And I just watched the abridged. I love the abridged. improved upon the series in nearly every regard. I still love the original, but you can't beat the abridged. Now you're making me want to watch the abridged. Are they still, because they're not on YouTube anymore, but are they? Because Funimation was having copyright tokens with Team 4-Star, right? I don't know if they still got it on their website, because they did at one point put it on their website, but I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. But I do really want to watch more anime. The only thing is, a lot of the anime today is what's it called? Isekai. And I don't hate Isekai, but they kind of feel very samey. Like, there doesn't seem to be any originality. I did watch a little bit of what was it called? My friend was watching it here. Delicious in Dungeon, I think it was called. That seemed interesting. So I might try and watch that, because I've got Netflix, so I can watch the anime on there. And I'm fairly sure it was on there that he was watching it, so I might watch more of that, because that seemed interesting. A little bit weird, but interesting. What was the other ones? I've seen a couple that I wouldn't mind watching. It's just trying to find them. Like, if they're not on Netflix. I don't want to use Crunchyroll because of the issues they've been having. I won't get into that because I don't like talking stuff like that usually. But you guys know what I mean. But if I can't watch anime anywhere else, I might have to. It's a case of I don't want to, but if I can't safely sail high seas, I will do so legally. If you catch my drift. All 69 episodes, nice, are still on YouTube, but they got around to muting the... Was it the intro music that was causing it all? See, I didn't know that. I thought it was just the general Funimation being a dick. Okay, well, that makes a little bit more sense. I can't judge on the weird. I like the lewd stuff due to physical comedy and characters. See, I don't mind lewd. I mean, I write what is essentially female porn. But I don't like it in everything. Like, there's a time and a place. And sometimes I get bored of it. It's like, I think I go through moods or mood swings, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, where I want to watch a certain type of thing. If I want to watch, like, something serious, then I need something serious. And I think I need something a bit serious at the moment. I don't know why. I'm craving something like Death Note. Maybe not particularly Death Note itself, but, you know, something serious, something really good to watch, something to get my brain working. I don't mind a little bit of fun and a little bit of quirky, but I'm not feeling quirky at the moment. Which I think a lot of isekai are kind of harem quirk, which is fine. I don't begrudge the harem quirks, but it's not what I'm feeling. I'm not feeling it. They absolutely were being a dick. If they weren't dicks, we would have gotten true boot arc. Yeah. See, I have a love-hate relationship with Funimation because I love them because their dub was probably one of the best. In regards to dubs, I usually prefer sub, but you know that's a whole argument. But out of the dubs, they did the better one. Because I don't know who has ever watched. I can't remember what movie it was. I think it was the one with Slug. Is it Slug? King Slug? I can't remember his name. This was like years ago. Or it might be near the tree one. What was the name of that one? The Tree of Might? It's been so long. But the England, I'm gonna blame English because it's always their fault. They decided they want to try their hand at dubbing a Dragon Ball Z movie, and innocent me. Would I really say innocent? Anyway, naive me. Way back then, thought, oh, it's just anime. It's all dubbed by the same people. It was not dubbed by the same people. You've probably seen the joke actually in Team 4 Star's abridged version, actually. The whole big green thing, that was from the English dub. The English dub of that movie. It was terrible. It was funny. It was so bad, it was funny. I don't have that DVD anymore, I don't think. I think I got rid of it. I might still have it. I don't know. I haven't seen it in like years, so I don't think I've got it, but I might. But yeah, that's where the big green thing comes from, and it's just so bad. It was so bad. Lesson learned, though. I don't just buy DVDs just because it looks like it might be the same dub. It was not. It didn't even have the Japanese sub on it, so that I could watch it in the original. No, it just had the terrible English dub. It was so bad. It was so bad. Me too on the board. Only I have never gotten tired of Monster Asumi. I'm not familiar with that one, no. I'll admit I haven't watched anything new in a while. Mostly because I don't have a lot of time. But also because I don't have a lot of time. And I don't really know what I want to watch anymore, because so much of it is isekai. Although other anime kind of gets lost in the isekai hype. And as I said, there's nothing wrong with isekai. But I have to be in a certain mood for certain types of genres. And isekai is just not hitting it for me at the moment. I want something a bit more serious. They ruined the One Piece dub, though. Yeah, the One Piece dub looked terrible from the bits I saw. They went the Naruto route and got very poor fit for the main character. Everyone else is great, but that's great. See, I felt that way when I can't remember who actually dubbed Inuyasha. I think it even might have been Funimation. But Inuyasha, the main character Inuyasha, not the anime itself, but Inuyasha, the main character, he kind of sounded like a surfer dude, not even an Australian surfer dude, like an American surfer dude. It was very jarring. Some of the translations of the attacks were a bit weird. I wasn't too keen on Kagami. I'm probably butchering her name. Kagami? Kagomi? Wow, it's been a while. Her voice. Although she sounded slightly better than Inuyasha did. But yeah, that's how I feel about that anime. I cannot watch that dubbed because it's just terrible. But I can watch it subbed fine. I like subbed. I never got to finish that one, actually. I think that's on Netflix, or was. I don't know how many seasons are. Big Green, yeah. Yeah. Oh, hello, John Gross. I would say good morning, but it's actually good night. What is the time anyway? It is almost 11:30 in the night. So it is a bit late for me, but yeah, I've been in work all day. Just bear with me because I still have sniffles. By the way, how's the weather been over there, John? Because last I heard last week you had storms and stuff, right? I believe that was you who said that. My memory and my everything is power level like 10 right now. I'm barely functioning. But I'm good. I'm not falling asleep, which I thought I might be today because didn't get any sleep last night because I was just too busy sneezing and sniffling. I actually feel rather energetic still, somehow. A little bit warm because it's. I'm gonna say I want to call it summer, but it's not summer because we're gonna have horrible weather. I know it. It better be nice when I'm away because otherwise I'll be angry. Because it did that to us a lot. Was it last year or was it the year before? I think it might have been the year before. Anyway, we had like a 1 week of really, really nice hot weather. And then the week we went away, it fucking rained all week. I think we had like a couple of hours of sunshine, but it rained all week. Or was cloudy. And it pissed me off. Typical UK weather though. It lulls you into a false sense of security. Next time you find yourself in the mood for loot, I highly recommend Monster Masume. The character's phenomenal. Okay, I'll keep that in mind then. Again, if I can find place to watch anime that isn't Crunchyroll, unless I have to use Crunchyroll, then I will. Then I shall look into it. I do have a couple of sites in mind. So we'll see. I do need to rewatch some old animes though. I miss watching some of them. I've really wanted to watch Wolf's Rain again. I don't know why. I think I just want to torture myself. This coming from the person who watched Grave of the Fireflies twice. Much to the shock and horror of all my friends last Friday, apparently. Everyone was like, oh, you gotta watch it at least once, but don't watch it more than once unless you want to, like, give yourself trauma. And then I'm just like, I watched it twice. I don't know why. I like watching really sad stuff. It's still the start of monsoon. That's it, monsoon. I knew there was like storms and bad weather and stuff. Floods aren't bad yet. That's okay. Just stay safe. Yeah. When it's June or July hits, that's the weather it gets really bad. Well, I hope you stay safe during June and July. I will not be happy if anything happens. I will fly over there and poke you and say, no, behave. But no, seriously though, jokes aside, stay safe. Why is the work chat still so... People need to go to bed. I'm allowed to be awake because I'm a nerd. And I'm usually awake until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning anyway. Besides the point, work people should be in bed. I don't know why I'm checking in on them because I'm off on holiday now and I don't care. We've had a new manager. So he's still, I'm going to say learning the ropes. He's apparently been in a cafe before, but who knows? Who knows? And my friends are obviously still awake because, of course, they are. Everybody's still awake. I'm still awake. I'm allowed to be awake. I said so. As a heads up, it's not on the traditional sites due to censorship reasons. See, there's only one time I can accept censorship, and that's the whole thing. But when it comes to like, as long as everyone's an adult in the anime, I don't give a fuck. It's just like whatever. Like people have their whatever. I don't like censorship with too much. As long as everyone's consenting adults. Kino's Junior. You know what? I did try to get into that one point. I think because the UK back in the day, when they first started getting more anime DVDs, they had the first, I want to say the first DVD, which I think had the first 3 or 4 episodes of Kino's Journey. So I've watched those. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any more episodes after that. But yeah, maybe I could go look and see if I can find that again, because it really did seem interesting. I miss all the old school anime, actually. Because, again, no hate on the isekai. But everything just seems to be like a repeat. Like, there's no originality. Whereas all the old school anime, like, yeah, you had, like, some similarities, like Pokemon and Digimon. There were similarities. But they were still distinctly different enough that you could watch both and not feel like you're watching the same thing over and over and over again. You get me? Whereas now it's just like, you've seen one isekai, you've kind of seen them all. And they're all harem too. Like, again, nothing wrong with harem. But they're all the same. It's just like, can we not have something unique? Do we have to follow the... It's like that with the books I write. It's like, can we not have something new, something fresh? And then when someone does try something new and fresh, it doesn't get promoted or seen or liked, and it's just like, I kind of wish trends would like change just a little bit. It'd be nice. I will say, nothing will ever beat Berserk, though, in my biased opinion. I need to find out where I am with that manga so I can like catch up on it. I know the guy's like passed now, but I think I was behind on the manga somewhere. I think I was up to 38 or 39. I think it was 38, but it might be 39. I blame anime becoming mainstream. Yeah. See, it's a double-edged sword though, isn't it? Because you want it to be more mainstream because then you've got easier access to it. However, because it's mainstream, people don't really put in enough creative freedom anymore, whether that's their choice or, their director's choice. Would it be directors for anime? But you know what I mean. They're editors? I mean, it's editors for books, but you know what I mean. So it's just like, let's have some originality, please. Consent is toyed with in the series always along the lines of fandom. What's main protects having to stay celibate by law. Conflicts that arise are amazing. That's a pretty interesting idea, to be honest. Like, when I say consent, I meant like sort of like the artists and everything. And as long as the characters are of age, I don't mind if there's a bit of dubcon, I guess, is about as far as I'm willing to tolerate. And as long as if there is anything not consensual, it's not portrayed as love, because that pisses me off in the writing sphere I'm part of, because so many people write abusive love interests and then nothing comes of it. It's just like, but the guy, no, that he doesn't go to jail for what he fucking did. No, you're just gonna love him and forgive him and right, fuck. Okay, fine. I hate that. But then that's just me. I personally can't write I can't really say it because I know Twitch and Twitter will kick my ass. So the R word, I don't really like writing it because like I can, but it's never taken seriously, and that pisses me off. Like, everyone treats it as just another form of sex, and it's not. It's like if they handled it realistically and had the characters like respond in realistic ways, I wouldn't mind it being included. Like, but they don't. And that's what pisses me off. But yeah, that's kind of what I meant by consent, if that makes sense. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit rambly. This is what happens when I'm ill. I get rambly. And I will apologize. I don't think I've got any videos for next week. I've got one for tomorrow, which is going to be a Breath of Fire gameplay. I was going to play more of it this week and have that as all of next week's content. But then this cold kicked my ass. So yeah, there'll probably be nothing next week. I get the same feeling whenever Book Talk recommends something to read. Yeah, Book Talk is probably one of the biggest causes of trends in the sphere I'm in. I don't partake in Book Talk because I keep forgetting TikTok is an actual thing. I don't have it on my phone, you see. So when I do upload videos to TikTok, it's basically when I remember it exists. Oh, I'm losing my voice. Ah! Okay. I've taken a sip of water, so let's hope that cures my dying voice. But yeah, so I always forget Book Talk. TikTok exists. I just don't use it. Like, I probably should, as an author, use it more. Because then I can, like, promote my spicy stuff. I just forget. But yeah, I blame Book Talk for the whole what's her face, Colleen Hoover, is it? That sort of shit. I just like you can have dark romance and actually do it well. I don't think she does it well, and I'm probably gonna get all her fans like attacking me soon. Nah. She doesn't even know who I am, so it's fine. I like to joke about these things because it's funny. Until it actually happens, and then I'll be like, oh shit. But yeah. Yeah, Book Talk really did popularize the whole R word is love, apparently. It's just like, but no, it's not. It really isn't. It's not a forgivable thing. Like, regardless who's doing and who is receiving on the R, it's not a good thing. At least treat it properly if you're going to include it. Like, I've got characters that have suggested that they've been through it. I've never explicitly written it or stated that that's what's happened, but it's implied, and I treat it seriously, even though you can pretend that that's not exactly what happened, because I like to leave it up in the air, so I don't like writing it. But when it's implied, even I handle it with dignity, if that makes sense. But a lot of people just, write it in there just to be, ooh, gritty and dark. But no, you can do dark romantasy without, or just romance in general, without romanticizing the R word. It's really frustrating. Like, and it's not men doing this. Like, it's not. It's women, and it's just like, girls, really? You should know better. Everyone should know better. This is the world we live in today, I guess. People are so safe. Well, I say safe, quote unquote safe, that they don't realize how fucked up certain things are until it actually happens, and then they realize how fucked. It's what made me stop reading the Wake Up Next to a Demi-Human series. The guy is just used as a donator. But because some of the girls have misgivings about it, it's accepted. Yeah. It's a shame, though, because what could be a really great concept is usually ruined by stuff not being treated, like, decently. or for a laugh. Like, sometimes it works. Like, sometimes, like, edgy jokes can work. But half the time, the people doing it don't know how to make it work properly. Like, I don't think I could make a really good edgy joke. Not out of the R word anyway. So I just don't do that. I don't. Because I know I wouldn't be able to pull it off. But people think they can pull it off and then they can't, and then it looks really bad. Or it really turns people off. And it's just like, if you can't do it well, don't do it. This kind of reminds me of the Snape Wives phenomenon of decade. Snape Wives? I've heard of wife swap. I don't know why. I think that might have been a TV show my mum watched way back in the day. Oh yeah, okay. My friends are rubbing it in now. I just looked at the group chat of my friends. I'm going away on holiday tomorrow, which is, fine. They're all going to watch Final Destination movie without me. They're going to traumatize themselves without me. There better not be like a natural disaster in that movie, because I love natural disasters, like with a strange obsessive passion. Yeah, nothing's going to beat the truck with the logs though. That still traumatizes me to this day, in a fun way, of course. The apologists that say Snape was just a good guy, there's no more really good characters. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense now. I was thinking then Snape, why is what? See, I was never really into the Harry Potter fandom. I'm probably going to get hate from the fans on this, but I always thought Harry Potter was badly written and very what's the word? What's the word? Overhyped? We'll go with overhyped because I've gotten the actual word. I don't know. I think it's because at that point in time, I was past the age of orphan boy is the destined hero's phase. Because I'd been through that already with Aragon and like every other fantasy genre. So that kind of thing kind of just was just like, meh, seen it, done it, got the t-shirt. But yeah, I was never really a fan of that series. So yeah, I was never really I never really got the hype behind Snape. I don't even know if I have a favorite character in that series because they're all just like meh to me. It took me ages to actually watch the whole series because I was just like so disinterested in it. But yeah, now everybody knows my deep dark secrets. It's Great Escape. It's bleh. I need a drink just to keep my throat from being parched. It's great escapism, but nothing makes sense from a logical standpoint. You have truth serums that aren't used in a court. A luck serum seemed twice the serum. Yeah, there's no consistency is what I'm hearing. And that gets really annoying as well in stories. Like, I'm not going to claim I'm the best author ever, because hell, nobody even knows who the fuck I am. But those things annoy me in books as well. Well, in anything, but mostly books. For me, obviously going back to Harry Potter stuff, Harry Potter had all this money, and he now had access to all this money. But do you think he was going to help his friend Ron Weasley? Fuck no. Bitch boy is on his own. I mean, granted, I only managed to sit through 2 of the books. So maybe Harry does get more generous with his money. I don't know. I can't even remember half the movies. It took me ages to watch them because I was just, as I said, just really disinterested in them. But there we go. There's my controversial. I regret nothing. I don't know. For me, I think my favorite books were definitely the Goosebumps when I was really young. You can't beat the Goosebumps books. They were fun. They were goofy, but they were fun. I don't know if you guys know of these books. I have talked about The Last Unicorn before. That one was my favorite. I've read that like a million times. And The Animals of Fathomwood, I used to reread those over and over. Also like the animated series, but that's a whole other thing. And Watership Down, which, yeah, bunnies killing each other and dying in gruesome ways. Yes, please. Basically, Watership Down and Animals of Fathomwood, it was Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones came out, but for animals. So yeah, those were the types of books I grew up with. So you can probably tell why Harry Potter was kind of just not it for me. Some might say I might have been a messed up kid. I wasn't. I was actually really sweet and innocent and naive when I was a kid. I just really liked all the gruesome books for some reason. I don't know why. Well, it was great to see you feeling better, but I have to head out and keep working on the move. Hope you have a great vacation. Safe travels. Hope you enjoy your move, and hopefully you get everything to your new place safely, and you get set up relatively easily. But have a good day. A friend of mine once joked that my immortal... oh no, God, that sucked. Is a canon Harry Potter, and its author is actually Rowling. You know what? I never actually got to read that story. Everyone kept going on about it, but by the time I tried to find it, it was gone, which is a shame. It's probably out there somewhere. But you know what? That would not surprise me if that was true. Yeah. Sorry. I'm trying not to cough and stuff too much. That was funny. That was funny. Yeah, no, I remember the hype around that fan fiction. Those were the days of true level cringe. But man, I don't think I ever reached quite that level of cringe. But I definitely was there somewhere in the cringe factor. I think one of my stories is still up on, is it Archive of Our Own? Something like that. I did have it up on, is it myfiction.com? No, not myfiction, my fanfiction? Whatever the other one is. What was it? It was a Cinderella version of Dragon Age with Anders and Daenerys. And I think the Prince Charming was... I want to say it was Anders. I think that's still up. Is up. Yeah, it didn't have any smut, but it was still cringe. It was cringe. I did take down one of the books because I rewrote story for an original. So I kept the plot, but I rewrote the whole thing and made up new lore. But it was a Dragon Age fan fiction, so I kind of did the whole 50 Shades of Grey thing. It wasn't a very popular one, unfortunately, because it was written in third person, and for some reason, people on the apps I write only want first person. I don't know why, because it's annoying. I prefer writing in third person, but everybody wants to read first person. It's annoying. But I don't think mine was quite level 50 Shades of Grey cringe, though. Mine was a little bit more not dark, but it was definitely not for the faint-of-hearted, because it still dealt with slavery and stuff. Because as I said, it was a Dragon Age fanfiction. So yeah. Although even the fanfiction had all original characters, so I kind of imagined it to Winter and stuff to be more like Rome. So that's what the kind of the theme I was going for with it. But obviously we got what we got, which was not Rome, and I was kind of disappointed. But hey, it's now original story. It still has some spicy scenes in it, though. I did live with some of those in there. It has a small group of fans. That's all I can say. I really want to write fan fiction again, but I got no time. No time. No time. Right, let's have a quick sippy sip of my drink. That's better. Let's put my tea away. Anyway, that was my tea. And my levels of cringe. There's definitely some cringe. I don't show it a lot, but I do have cringe. Mostly when it comes to writing. And I really need to get my books done. I don't know if when we go away, if there's going to be internet. So I might have to put down all the chapters I've written for the book I'm writing and put it onto OpenOffice? Yeah, OpenOffice. Just then I continue to work offline. So I've got enough chapters to get a contract. Almost got enough chapters to get a contract. I just need to finish... I think I've got 8 chapters, or am I working on 9? I'm so ill I can't even remember where I am in my writing. But I need 10. I need 10, and then I can apply for a contract. But I don't know whether I want to sign as an exclusive for that platform or a non-exclusive. Because if I do non-exclusive, I can post it like on Amazon Kindle and on other apps. However, if I go for exclusive, I can have, like, if I write enough, I can have bonuses, like extra money. So it's just like, do I risk exclusive and then no one else ever seen the light of day because it doesn't get promoted? Although that app is pretty good at promoting me, I will say. Or do I make it non-exclusive and earn less in bonuses, but potentially get seen by more people? However, there's lots of howevers. There's lots of thought. Do I go for exclusive? Because if I do post it on the other apps, chances are they're not going to promote it anyway, because it's hit or miss whether or not I get promoted on the other ones. This particular app is pretty good at promoting me. Like, I'm always surprised when my lesser popular books get seen by people and they leave reviews. I'm just like, wait, what? People actually read them, these books? It's a dilemma. It's a big dilemma. It's a good dilemma to have, though. I'm gonna have another quick sip of my drinks. My throat is really sore today. Although it's not as bad as it has been. It's not as bad as it has been. Oop, knocked my mic. Sorry if you guys heard that knock. Oh, I didn't tell you guys about my last D&D session, did I? Because we had one more after, and I didn't get to stream this week. Well, I did get to stream. I'm streaming now. But I didn't get to stream at the beginning of the week, which is when I was going to tell you guys. Okay, because I know someone's going to ask this. eventually. So the last time when I mentioned D&D, we had, what had we done? We were in the jungle, and I had been eaten by my friend, who had turned into a Allosaurus, I believe it was. He'd eaten in me. That sounds bad. Did I get to that point? I'm sure I did. Okay, let's back up a little bit. Okay, so we were looking for missing people. I split off from the group because I decided to look for the one that we were kind of supposed to be following, because she'd gone missing. I got kidnapped. My friends then got ambushed when they came to the location I was at. But only a couple of them got, only one of them got kidnapped along with me. Titan, our little kobold companion, fled and managed to get away. Then our druid was also captured. And the gnome and the human were left just unconscious. They were fine. So our druid was in chains, sort of like in a little row with all the other prisoners. I was in a cage with women because apparently all elves are female, even though I'm playing a guy. It is really funny. It's become a little running joke that everybody thinks Weasel is a girl, and he just gets more pissed off with each interaction. She's like, I am a guy. So I was in the cage with the women. The druid and I could understand the captors because they were speaking primordial. And so he was trying to figure out, where they were taking us and whatnot. But then he got drugged because it was easier to transport us, I guess, that way. And they didn't want him causing trouble. So yeah, that was fun. Then he managed to sober up long enough to decide, okay, I need to get out of here. What shall I do? And then he was like, oh, well, I've still got some of my transformations for the day. Do I transform into a big dinosaur or a small dinosaur? Either way, I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. So he did end up choosing the big dinosaur, the Allosaur, as I mentioned. And they suddenly decided that he was one of their gods. So it was a whole Road to Eldorado scene popping in my head for a brief second. So yeah, he convinced them that, he's one of their gods. They didn't need all these sacrifices, yada yada yada. So I managed to get out of my cage, thanks to him, and they were like, I'm in an RN, or one of them was sort of like, I'm in an RN, sorry, and was like, oh, is this really a god? Because he seems a bit fishy. So then our druid was like, and he ate that guy. So all the others were like, we're sorry. We believe you're our god. Don't eat us. So the rest were fine. That I was speaking with animals, so I could still understand our druid as an Allosaurus. And I could still communicate. They couldn't understand me, but they could understand him. So it was kind of like a one-sided conversation where I could say something to him and be fine, but he couldn't relay any of his plans to me. So I didn't know what the fuck he was trying to do. So he decided, in his infinite wisdom, this is the same player who forgot he could heal himself as his paladin. Obviously, dead character now. And was going to start a fight with a bunch of barmen thugs. Yeah, this is how he died, if you remember. So yeah, from this player, he decided he was going to pretend to eat me so that I could escape, because apparently these guys don't like men. They thought I was unclean or whatever. So I almost had my stuff back. But then they were just like, no, you're not having your stuff back. Fuck off. I think they were going to kill me or attack me or whatever. Doesn't matter. So he decided he was going to eat me or pretend to eat me so that he could, quote unquote, save me. I didn't know this. And I am terrible at rolling, apparently, high numbers. 3 times I got a 6. And because I am shit at charisma, which I have a -1 in, my charm and my deception is like -1. Not deception, my charm and my intimidation is like -1. So that was 5. Anyway, besides the point. I kept rolling that fucking 6 in every interaction where I was like, oh, what is he doing? Do I understand this? Can I gain anything from his like actions? So as far as I was concerned, this fucking dinosaur who I've seen eat kobolds, of which I thought, we've got a companion kobold. Let's try and be, nice, to the best of our abilities. My character isn't that nice, trust me. He tries. And I've seen him eat one of these lizard people. So I know this guy eats fucking people. Like, not even just animals, people. Like sentient beings, so we say. So I'm just like, is he actually going to fucking eat me? So that's what I thought. That was what was running in my head. Because, not a roleplay. Like, I knew, out of character, he wasn't actually going to eat me. But because he, in character, could not tell me this, and I rolled low, I was freaking the fuck out. So I tried to flee. I managed to escape, evade the first roll, because I do have really good, dex, because I'm an elf and a ranger. But I failed the second time. So yeah, he ate. Again, that sounds terrible, but in context now, you know what I mean. And then obviously turned around and hid me in a plant bush or whatever, and pretended to properly eat me. No one questioned it because, why would they? That he's a god. Why would they question God again and get eaten again? So yeah, he didn't actually eat me, but my character was almost petrified of this whole ordeal. Dinosaur slobber all over, and he's just sat there in nothing but a loincloth because I had no armor, I had no weapons, I had nothing. They had these guys had stripped me pretty much naked, and I was about to So yeah, I just sat there staring and going, he ate me. He ate me. He ate me. Why did he eat me? He ate me. And I was pretty much stuck like that for ages because I couldn't roll a decent roll to get out, snap out of it. It was really funny. It was really funny. So yeah. We did manage to meet up with everybody. So our thief who joined the cult, as I mentioned last time, because he's an idiot. And our kobold and the human child, shall we say? He looks like an adult, but I think I think the player said he was 16 or something. I don't know. Anyway, human child. They managed to catch up. Human decided he was going to try and be heroic, and he ended up like riding with the big, huge lizard dinosaur mount things. I don't know what they were. And the lizard people were just like, oh, whatever. And the rest of us, after I'd managed to, regain most of my senses, still half naked, covered in dinosaur slobber, but regained my senses at last. And we did manage to sneak and follow this entourage of lizard people back to their home. Of which a lot of shenanigans happened in this session. So let me just have a quick sippy sip of my drink, and I will continue to give you the tea. Okay. That's a bit better. Okay, so we managed to sneak up on these guys, and we noticed that they were sorting their loot into two piles: good pile and a bad pile. They also still had a few prisoners, not many, but they had enough that we were like, okay, we're going to need to try and save as many people as we can. It's not going to help much, but at least we're trying. We're trying to be a good party. We're not, the best morally good party, but we're trying. We do have a few quirks, but we're mostly good. Still murder hobos, but comes with the territory. So at this point, I was like, okay, I can't do anything apart from heal at this point, because I have no arms, no weapons, nothing, apart from my healing magic, because I'm part cleric. I can summon a dragon, but that's about it. And the dragon is kind of horse size, so she can fly, but she can't carry me yet while she's flying. So there's only so much I can do with her. Now, I hadn't summoned her yet. Well, she was somewhere, but I can resummon her. You guys know what I mean. So I think I dissummoned her and then anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is, I was biding my time. And I was like, right, I need to get my stuff back. Especially the scrolls that prove, like, the whole dwarf elf kerfuffle isn't what people think it was. We don't need a war happening. I need that proof. So I really wanted that back. And I wanted my magical fucking items back. You have no idea how hard it was to gain magical items. Okay, well, it wasn't that hard. But still, I earned those goddamn things, okay? I earned them. I deserve them. And I liked them. They were handy. So I wanted at least my magical items back. I was a bit pissed off that I'd lost my armor, considering I'd spent a fucking fortune on new armor. But I was less attached to that. I just really wanted my magical items back. And that scroll, because I really wanted that scroll back. Anyway. So, yeah. I was like, okay, I really need to scare these people off, but not actually fight them, because I don't think I can win in a fight. Unfortunately, I ended up having to fight them because they weren't so easy to scare off, even with a big-ass fucking dragon. So we did manage to win, because the three that was guarding the treasury stuff, they weren't that... They were strong, but they didn't have a lot of health. They did hit me quite hard. Even with Sanctuary, they managed to pass my my checks. But I survived, and with my two teammates managed to, sort them out, shall we say. So I managed to grab a couple of things, but not what I was actually looking for, which meant things I really needed was on the sacrifice to our gods table. So yeah, that was fun. So in the meantime, our druid has gone to the top of the temple and has met the Avatar, which was a two-headed being. I can't remember the name of it now. It had a name. My illness has stopped me thinking too much about names. But anyways, a two-headed thing, kind of like a djinn, but it wasn't a djinn. And it has its own little special place in one of its realms, shall we say. But one of the heads was a lizard, one was was it a tiger? I want to say it was a tiger or big cat of some description. Can't quite remember. But anyway, the lizard part was the important thing. And it was just like, oh, okay. A druid that can turn into a dinosaur? Yeah, I want one of those. So he kind of controlled our druid and decided he was going to take this druid back to his realm, along with a couple of pretty women. Because he seems to be a collector of oddities, apparently. Probably not in that way. Although that joke was made. It was made fun of our druid that he was now part of a harem. He wasn't, but that is the joke, and I loved that joke. Anyway, the point is, he got zapped to this other realm. So the rest of us were like, well, fuck, how do we, follow? Me and the other three, did not know this had happened. I was too busy trying to get my shit back. And trying to be, somewhat decent. Because I'm an elf, I have to have some modesty. And the human boy, he kind of ran up and saw what had happened. Unfortunately, the lizard shaman managed to suggest that he go wait at the bottom of the stairs, so that's where he was furious that he couldn't go to the top and sort shit out, be the hero, but he had failed to roll a save against it as well, so he had no choice. So the player wasn't happy that I personally did not help, despite the fact that I had no armor, no weapons, and my magic was too far away to be of any use. So there was nothing I could actually do. In hindsight, he did admit that he thought I had, weapons now, but I, in fact, did not at that point. So yeah. Yeah, so, with all that distraction, I managed to grab a few things. And then the other two managed to, our thief kind of wandered off and found some more slaves that had been, well, not slaves, they weren't slaves, they had been captured. They were going to be. And he managed to free some of them, but there was still a few in one of the cages. He had to go and hide because someone was coming. In the meantime, me and Titan, the kobold, did not realize that we were in danger, I suppose you could say. And some of the guards had noticed me. Titan was fine because they thought he was just a child of theirs. Well, not theirs particularly, but their people. So he was fine. So I was like, I'm just gonna give my stuff to you. You can help me out later. I'm just gonna pretend I'm whatever. I'm just a captive. So I ended up having to go back to the cage. So I got caught twice. In hindsight, I did get some shit, but it was kind of funny. So I'm in the cage. I grab a pile of ducks. That's the only thing I could see in the whole thing. I managed to convince the other two elves with me that we were going to escape and just to be patient, have hope, yada yada. Your big speech. I actually managed to roll a good, decent charisma roll for that one, which surprised me because again I have -1 in charisma. So yeah, my charm and shit, terrible. So I managed to convince them, and I said, I'll save who I can save. For now, just wait. We'll get out of this. I have friends here. We'll be fine. Don't panic. So yeah, Titan came, managed to convince the guards that there was escaped prisoners from the other cage. So they went off to try and find these escaped prisoners. Meanwhile, he let us out. I think the thief went back to our table and got caught by those guards that had caught me earlier. Because he had been hiding earlier, so he hadn't been seen. Lucky him. He was not so lucky the second time because he got caught the second time. However, because they thought he was a kid, they just escorted him out of the town or city or whatever you want to call it. So he was fine. But the elves that I had gotten, had been with, no, the elves he had managed to get out earlier needed an escape route. So he ended up being a whole distraction for that, with his little glowing pebble coin trick. In the meantime, Kobold had managed to save me, and the two that was with me. However, our human child, he was like, oh, well, some of the elves have gone through fire, which upset one of the guys with me, because he was like, my wife. But those two did manage to escape, because the other guy managed to convince his friend to, get the fuck out of Dodge. And I was like, you know what, I'll try and save your wife. I don't know who she is. And it's probably like a million captors at this point. But I'll try my best. She might be fine. She might have been one of the chosen one. Who knows? Anyway, besides the point. So there's us. Me still half naked, by the way. Actually, I think I finally did get changed at this point. So I was actually wearing something at this point. Besides the point. So we were just like, hey, how are we going to get to where our druid is? Because we can't, we're not going to be, quote unquote, chosen by this avatar. Oh, hello, MG. Welcome to the stream. I am just reminiscing on my D&D campaign last week. I have a bit of a cold, so don't mind my voice if it seems a bit scratchy. Okay, so where was I? So yeah, so we were all like, right, how are we going to get to where our friend is and save these people? Because we still need to get our thief's memories back from that woman who stole them, because he decided to join a cult. What are we going to do? So our kobold friend had a scroll of invisibility, which was fine. He gave that to use that on me so I could be invisible, so I could like walk around and not have to worry. Our thief managed to dive into the chest of valuables. He managed to nick some Miles stuff because that was all in there apparently. And he managed to hide pretty well in there. His stealth and stuff is really good. He's a good thief. The kobold also managed to get into that same chest. I'm missing the best part actually. So when our thief went into the chest, he succeeded to get in there without being seen, but he knocked himself unconscious. Really funny. So then, obviously, Titan, our kobold friend, got in. Fine. I just sat on the top. I was invisible. I didn't need to hide. So I was just kind of like casually looking through the stuff carefully, see if I could find some of my shit. I did, in fact, find some of my shit. I'm glad I did. Because I have a necklace of adaptation, so which means I can breathe anywhere. And I really like that. Because the last time I used it, I was breathing underwater. It was fab. And I also had a ring of featherfall. How? I was invisible. You can't see me. Yeah. I really need to actually get that as a spell and not just as one-off scroll. Because my sneak's pretty good being an elf. But my character is not a thief or anything, so yeah. Trying to sneak usually fails for me. But yeah, it was all fun and games. So I was sat on the top, just, invisible, didn't need to do anything. Happy as clam. Finding some of my good shit. Still pretty pissed I lost a lot of our good shit. But nonetheless. So we managed to get up to the top of this pyramid where all the sacrifices were being made. And we were about to be tipped into the flames of this sacrifice thing. Luckily, our DM's pretty chill. He's a good guy. He kind of hinted that one of us, out of the three, had a item on us that could help us in this situation, because we were just like, fuck, is this a real fire or what? In the meantime, our human child is like, well, I don't want to be treated like a child. I'm not staying at the bottom of this fucking shit. So as we're trying to like get into this chest of valuables to hide in, well, the rest of them were, but I was just sitting on the top. He was just like, you know what? I'm going to the top. I'm going to prove I'm a man. So that's how he got zapped into this other realm. He was like, I want to prove I'm a man. Like, I'm not a child, I'm a man. So yeah, he got zapped into the other world. Straight into the dungeon, no less, but we'll get there. So the three of us, back to us, we're on the chest, or in the chest for the other two. And we're just like, fuck, what do we do? So yeah, Titan has these goggles, which we got from a banker who I'm pretty sure was undead. I'm fairly sure he was undead. So he put the goggles on. I keep wanting to say she because it's played by my friend Anna. But anyway, he put the goggles on. Could see that this wasn't an actual fire; it was a portal. So all the people that had been quote unquote sacrificed was just going through a portal. Basically, it wasn't even real flames. So it's kind of like an illusion, but not an illusion. So we were like, oh, if it's not real flames and it's just a portal to where we need to be, we're not going to make a fuss. We're just going to, pretend we're loot. So we got tipped into what is essentially this guy's vault, I'm going to say. So we had no way out of this vault at first. So we were like, okay, we're in a vault with loads of magical items. How do we get out of here? So Titan, the kobold, tried to see if he could smash the stained glass windows. They were magically protected, but not that way. The only way in or out otherwise was the big vault door, which we could not open from the inside. In hindsight, probably not a great way of getting into a place, but we made it work. So I'm still invisible at this point because this spell, I'm fairly sure it lasts like an hour. So I was still invisible. So I managed to find some more of my special stuff. I managed to find the scrolls I was looking for because I really need those. That's a plot point that I need. In hindsight, I probably should leave that with one of our NPCs that we continuously forget to take with us. Probably a good thing in this place. Sorry, needed a quick drink. Because those scrolls are important. Anyway, So two of this guy's, I'm not sure if they're really guards or what. They act as guards, but they're not guards. They came to grab a few of the magical items, so that they could, I don't know, bring them to this guy, sacrifice them. I don't know. And one of my rings was put into the pile. Ring of mind shielding, which I'd gotten from the last mission where I needed it. And I was like, probably don't need it anymore, but I'm taking that fuck up back. I ain't having my mind like fucked up. I like being free of thoughts. So I nabbed that back without being seen. And I'm like, okay, looking at this vault door, can I open this on my own? No? Okay, right. I'm gonna have to get the other two fuckers out. How do I do that? Well, I'm still invisible. Let's cause a distraction. So I managed to distract one guy by making it seem like some of the items fell out of the chest that they were putting the magical items into. And meanwhile, my two companions also have magical items on them. I was fine. I had, like, nothing apart from, like, the odd thing. I wasn't wearing anything. Those two had not lost their stuff like I had, so they still had a load of magical items on. So with every, like, time these guys were coming to get magical items, they were getting closer to my friends. Lucky enough, Drum has that magical spell that either makes a light or makes a noise or whatever. So he was able to distract the other one with that. So Kobold managed to go into the chest that they were piling treasures into. He managed to hide in there because he's only Kobold. He's only little. Meanwhile, I managed to get our thief out through the door without being seen and hid him like behind I think it was a pillar or a vase. It was something. I managed to hide him behind. So we did manage to get out of the vault, thankfully, because otherwise I wouldn't have known what to do. But now we had a dilemma. I was invisible, so I could walk around fine. Our thief, however, could not walk around fine without being seen. And obviously we had the risk of our kobold companion being found out when they delivered the chest to wherever it was going. So we were just like, right, how do we find our human child and our dinosaur friend and all the people who have been taken in this giant fucking place, of which we don't even know how powerful this fucker is. So, yeah. So a lot of shenanigans happened is what and how. And we did not, in fact, free anybody, at least not yet. Spoilers. So we managed to sneak towards the stairs where these guys had gone. They flew up because they had wings. We cannot fly, although I do have Scroll of Jump. But it did not help Strum, our little thief. So he almost got seen by one of the captives, who I'm not sure what these colours do, but I'm assuming it has some sort of like mind control over the people wearing them. And that's my theory. Don't know yet, but that's my theory. So we were just like, okay, well, we can't let you be seen by this person. So dumb us tried to get our thief into one of the big phases. I'm dying. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, the moment he so the vase was too big for a small gnome to climb up into. Hindsight, probably a good idea. He couldn't. We'll get there. So I was like, okay, well, they can't see me. I'm going to quickly help him get up and get in this vase. a vase, whatever, however you want to pronounce it. The moment we touched the vase, an alarm went off. So yeah, me and our thief got caught, because we're dumbass. And because obviously there was just a gnome floating in midair because he was on my fucking shoulders, they caught me too. So yeah, they managed to knock him out because he decided to use a spell. And there's me like thinking, great. I didn't want to be knocked out as well because I didn't know what was going to happen. So I was just like, okay, I'm just going to go willingly for now. And as soon as I get a chance to wake thief up, we're going to flee or get the fuck out of Dodge. I have to go now and get ready for work. Yeah, take care. Enjoy your work as much as you can enjoy work. And I'll see you in a week's time. And obviously, I will say sleep well when you do, but obviously it's morning for you and it's night for me. Time zones. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. So where was I? Oh yeah, so we got caught. So at this point, our kobold friend has been taken to this room, and there's this guy with a snake hand sorting out all the magical items. The snake spots our kobold friend and warns the others, there's an intruder. Our kobold manages to bite the snake, surprising him, and he manages to get out. And he is like Scooby-Doo levels of shenanigans of running around. Not much happens, but there will be more. There will be more. Meanwhile, me and our thief companion is taken to a room. And I can see that they want to put one of those not necklaces, the golden chains around my neck. And I'm like, hell no. You want to make a slave out of me? No, thank you. So I'm putting up a fairly decent, resistance. In comes our fucking druid, because of course, he's actually getting along with the fucker who's like kidnapping people, because of course he is. He also has one of this gold chains on, by the way. So yeah, I'm just like, okay, there you are. You're ass naked because you decided to take a fucking bath in this place for some bizarre reason, because of course you would. I don't know why. I have a party of choices. I've said it before, I have a party of choices. So yeah, he had just, in the meantime, had decided to take a bath and just relax and just, chill, apparently. We didn't need to fucking save him, apparently. He was happy here. So he's in nothing but a towel and some fuzzy slippers. I decided that they had to be bunny slippers because that would be fucking hilarious. So yeah, we had our friend just chilling. And I'm just like, really? We come to save you, and you're just taking a bath. So he's like, oh, it's okay, let them put that, slavery collar around your neck. It's fine. I'm just like, dude, everything you've tried to plan has freaking backfired. You ate me, and every time I go along with what you've said to do, we've gotten into more mess. Hell no. Hell to the fuck to the no. I'm not having a collar on. At least not willingly anyway. But I'm just like, wait, I can't get out of this place. There's no real windows I can get to. I haven't really got all that much on me. I've got weapons, but 1 against 2, and I didn't want to abandon my friend here because our thief friend is still fucking unconscious. I'm just like, great. Okay, the best I can do is try and use shake water to wake my friend up. Because I'm not abandoning him. I could, but I'm not gonna. Because out of all of my companions, 3 of us have been with each other since the start. Because obviously, the Druid guy's first character, the Paladin, died. And the human child's character before this one abandoned us. Although he likes to say we betrayed him, but he abandoned us. So they've got new characters. So my character isn't quite as attached to their new characters, as the other 2, because they've been, it's a whole. We've been through some shit situation. So he's like, if I didn't know this person, I might abandon them to save my own skin. But this guy's like a brother from another mother. At this point, we've been through too much for me to just like fuck him over. So I'm just like, okay, I'll try and wake this guy up with shake water. Use the water, the bath water off of the druid. So he's nice and dry now. To wake up our thief. It worked. Unfortunately, I did end up with the collar on. But hey, my friend is awake. Great. He tries to sneak off. He fails. He does, however, manage to lodge a bit of stick into the collar, so it doesn't quite go all the way around. So he can technically take the collar off. I unfortunately cannot, because I sacrificed myself for the greater good. The greater good. So we both get zapped into the prison. Meanwhile, our druid friend is just, walking around like he owns the place, because apparently, he's a favourite of the boss here. They're good friends now. So yeah, that leaves one person left. Save everybody. And he's currently doing Scooby-Doo levels of shenanigans, trying to escape himself. So fucking funny. So we meet up with the human child. How can I put this? I land ungracefully for an elf on the floor. And then our thief lands gracefully on top of me. So yeah, I had fun. So at this point, my character's like, you know what? Is there a way out of this place? Human. You've been here obviously a while. Have you found a way out? No? Okay, I'm going to take a fucking nap. Because I'm just like, great. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to get out of this place. I've got a fucking follower me. I'm depressed. At least I've got some of my shit back. I've had enough. I'm done. I need to sleep. So that's where I was left off. The other 2 were trying to find a way out and talk to the guys. But there was no way out. So back to our kobold friend who's Scooby-Dooing shenanigans all over the place. He manages to Misty Step out of the grasp of one of the bird guard people things. And decides he's going to hide in one of the vases that me and the thief were trying to shove the thief into prior. Now, if you remember from what I was saying earlier, in hindsight, it was probably a good thing we didn't manage to do that. Let's how to put this? The vase is like the TARDIS. If anyone has watched Doctor Who. Wherein it is bigger on the inside than on the outside. So our kobold friend goes down, sees a bunch of ghostly-like statues of warriors, and they're just dotted about. Nothing suspicious going on. The entrance to the base is like way, way, way up there. It's fine. He's hidden. He's fine. Until he's not. His arm starts to vanish and become ghostly like the warriors. Yeah. So he's like, fuck. Lucky enough, he has fly. He has fly. So he can fly the fuck out of there. Unfortunately, by the time he, so when he sort of kind of like tries to go to the entrance or the exit, it's like getting further and further away. And he's just like, fuck, I'm gonna die. He does manage to escape from the base, straight into the hands of the bird people, but I call after him and send him to jail. So now we're all in jail. But yeah, so in hindsight, it was a good thing we didn't get our thief into one of the bases, because there was no way we'd be able to get him out again, and he'd be dead. And it was lucky our kobold friend had fly, otherwise he would be dead. And our party would be one less member, or two less members had we succeeded in getting our thief in there. Good times. Good times. I mean, I've got Scholar Jump, so I may have been okay, but I may not have been okay. I wasn't going to go in there, I was just going to help our thief in there, but besides the point, he would have had lost characters. And he has my shit. Not that I know that, because I didn't see him nab it, but he has some of my shit. Anyway. So we're all in jail now. We don't know what's going to happen now. We have an idea. Like, we suspect that what's going to happen is the guy in charge, the two-headed guy, he really wanted to see a Triceratops fight in action. So RDM used this as an excuse to like level us up, kindly, for his own amusement, obviously. But still, we can't level up, so we got something out of it. So yeah, so our druid has now the shape-shifting ability to become a Triceratops, for lols, mostly. So yeah, so I'm sleeping. The other three are trying to find a way out, unsuccessfully. And yeah, our companion has decided that this evil guy kidnapping people and turning them into essentially servants, unwilling servants that live in forever, is now his friend. So our suspicion is that we're going to have to fight our druid friend for the amusement of this other guy, and if he likes us, he's going to keep us. But I will not tolerate that. I want the fuck out of here. On the plus side, our DM gave me 2 potions. I can't remember what the other one does. What does the other one do? I was too focused on the one, because the one is pretty much a love potion. I'm just like, wait, this reads like a love potion. Is this a love potion? I got a love potion. So yeah, so that's where we left off last time. A bunch of Scooby-Doo shenanigans, and we almost lost 2 characters to death. And now we have no idea how we're going to get the fuck out of here. Because this guy is pretty strong from what I can tell. Like, I don't know how strong in comparison to us he is. But he looks to be pretty strong. So yeah. Yeah. Because we won't be doing D&D for like a week or 2, because obviously I'm away. I don't know if I'll be back in time for the week after, but we'll see. So that's where we left off, and that is my tea, my D&D tea. It was good times. It was good times. I like a good heist, even if they fail. A good heist is a good heist. So yeah, it was great. It was fun times, all fun times. Yeah, but yeah. So our druid is now part of a harem, and he's wearing bunny slippers. I keep telling my friends they need to animate this shit. They're not gonna, because it takes a long time, and we're nerds, but we're a little bit on the we'd rather game than animate shit. Yeah, it's good fun. It's a whole good fun. If you have the ability to get a good team, like either in your area or online, I highly recommend like just playing D&D at least once, just for the lols. As long as you can find a really good DM that doesn't act like a colossal twat and just want to kill your characters for his or her amusement. Because there are some awful DMs out there, unfortunately. But our DM is really good. Like, he wants things to be a challenge, and he's not afraid to kill us, but he doesn't want to, kill us willy-nilly. If we're being that dumb, and attacking bouncers and not healing ourselves, then yeah, deaths may occur. That player likes to get everyone into trouble. I don't know why. Maybe he just doesn't think things through. This is why I never let him take charge and lead, and that's why I keep calling myself the leader of the party, even though both of them are the human child's character, that player, and him. They're both like, why do you get to lead? I'm just like, well, let's put this into perspective. We have a kobold. Enough said. He's an oversized rat. I love rats, don't get me wrong. But he's an oversized pet at this point. A quirky little pet. He's a smart pet, don't get me wrong. And sometimes I listen to him. And sometimes I follow his advice or his plans. But he's still a kobold. And then we have the thief. The thief who decided joining a fucking cult and getting his memory stolen was a good idea. You can see why he's not leading. Then we have the human child, who is adorable. Don't get me wrong, I love him. It's my favourite character of this player. However, he thinks with his fists and not with his head. And if he did think with his head, he would be a Goku and he would headbutt things because he's a barbarian. So yeah, we can't listen to the child. And then we have you, the druid, the player who forgot he could heal himself, the player who forgot he could remove curses from himself because he's a paladin, the player decided to start a fight with the bouncers for a guild of thieves and thugs, the player who has decided to join a harem and take a bath and wear fluffy bunny socks. Slippers, not socks. Yes, I wonder why I have suddenly become the leader, even though my character does not like being the leader. It's because I have no other choice. There is no other choice. I am the most competent member of the party in my character's mind. That's not to say I don't let the others come up with their own plans, because I don't want to hog. But yeah, this is why we don't always listen to the person who likes getting themselves killed, the person who likes winding everybody up and manipulating them for his own amusement and getting us all in trouble, the thief who joins a cult and erases his memory, and the pet. How did anyone think this was going to go? D&D, you gotta love it. You got to love it. Good times. Good times. Right. What is the time? What is the time? Oh, it is almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I think because I need to get some sleep, because we are going to be I don't know what time we're actually leaving. I know we're not getting out. I know we're not leaving the house too early, but I still need to get ready, eat, and everything else. So I'm going to go and pack my towels, because I left them. No, I need to dry them first. Shit. Okay, I need to do some more packing. The last of my little things. Although I can do most of it tomorrow, so it's fine. But I'm gonna go. I don't know when I'm going to stream next. I am back, not this Friday, obviously, because I'm going tomorrow. But the following Friday, I'm back. I don't know if I'll stream then, because I might be too tired from holiday. I pressed a button, sorry. If I don't stream then, it probably won't be through the weekend, because we're gonna have, my friend's gonna have his little one over, probably. It's probably gonna be too loud and chaotic during the weekend. That's why I don't stream on weekends, even though I usually have either Saturday or Sunday off. I usually have one of those days off. Although I won't have either. I'll have both off because I'm still on holiday that day. And then the following week, I think I'm working Monday, but I don't know what my other shifts are. So I don't know. I'll still probably see you guys. Either on the 3rd. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. No, wait, I don't have a screenshot of my hours on my phone. Because I don't. That means I'm gonna have to go into the app. My work has way too many apps. We've got an app for all our rotors. And then you've got the app for, like, all the work stuff. And signing it all off. And it's too many apps. Okay, I'm in Monday, Thursday, Sunday. So I can either stream Tuesday or Wednesday. As long as nothing happens. So either the 3rd of June or the 4th of June. Let's go with those. And hopefully I'll be, like, fully over this cold by then. With luck. So, in the meantime, I will see you guys later. For those interested, no one's asked, but just in case, the music playing is from Breath of Fire 4, and is called, I'm trying to remember what it's called now. Truth and Dreams. It's kind of like a remix of Beginnings and Endings. It's sounds pretty much the same. It's just slightly different tempo, I think. And different instrument, maybe? I can't remember. But it's a really good game. It'll be what uploads tomorrow. So you'll probably recognize the music tomorrow. It's a really good game if you haven't played it. It was on the PlayStation 1. And it's a game where the main character, Ryu, transforms into dragons, so you'll see why I like it. It's a really good game. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Actually, maybe not 10, because some of the camera angles are a bit funky. But everything else is like 10 out of 10. So yeah, I'll see you either on the... Did I say the 3rd or 4th? Yeah, I think the 3rd or 4th. Yes, it was the 3rd or 4th, I was right. Because that's when I should be free to stream next. If I can stream the week, when we come back off of holiday, I will try. I just won't promise anything because I might be too tired. But in the meantime, thanks for joining me. Sorry about the scratchy, horrible voice and the coughing here and there. I am still getting over a cold. I can breathe though, I can breathe. But in the meantime, I'll see you guys later. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and try not to catch the flu, like me. Because, yeah, don't be dumb like me. I don't even know how I caught this thing, so, yeah. Blame customers. Or my brother, or my friend. Blame everybody but me. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye!